the good news is, in a fortnight of really good news for snooker, across the board, including one that looks like a classic final, is that I'm afraid you've got to put up with us for a little bit longer. So we've agreed a new 2-year extension with the BBC, which we're announcing today. So next year was fine, which is 2017, and we're now guaranteed on air to 2019. And I fancy quite a few more years after that. But today, 2 years on top of all the other good news makes this a World Championship to remember. It
does indeed, Barry, and it's a final to remember. We're absolutely delighted about the contract.
Great,
we're delighted about what's happening out here. What do you make of it?
Well, what I make of it is significant stepping stone, obviously, with the Chinese market. Apparently, the world's economy is in trouble because no one is going to work today and tomorrow in China. They have enough problems, which is now obviously being exaggerated by the success of Ding Junhui. To make the final, he has a lot of pressure on him because he has a whole nation expecting and hoping. And he's playing one of the great match play players of all time in Mark Selby, who seems to me, on all the scrappy fame, seems to have that extra gear. But, you know, this is a toss of a coin, and I think, as we said before, I was slightly worried when it was 6-0 because I predicted a classic. Not that I know anything about snooker, by the way, but then I have, you know, DJ Thunder Muscle can educate me at any time.
Exactly.
But it looks like it's going to be one of those classics, so don't miss a ball because it's going to be special.
In some respects, Barry, there's a huge amount of goodwill for Mark Selby, obviously, as a former champion himself. But how important would it be were Ding Junhui to actually win this in terms of your efforts to grow the sport around the world?
I think mission accomplished already, to be perfectly honest with you. I think Ding Junhui being the first Asian player to actually make the final, and the fact that he's obviously come back already from 6-0 and looking as if he was a bit nervous, although Mark Selby had the tougher semi-final, if you like, late on. The job has already been done in as far as China's concerned. If Ding Junhui goes on to win it, there'll be another spurt of interest. But we're already established as a massive sport in China, and it's only going to get bigger. Selby, on the other hand, gives a British fan something to cheer. You know, not that he's an unlikely winner because he's world #1, but coupled with Leicester in a win double, you could retire and buy a small island, couldn't you?
OK, you could, Barry. It's been a fascinating final. Yeah. Great news about the extension to the contract.
We're very happy
and indeed, great news where your revenues are concerned for the Crucible, because we are hearing that the tickets went on sale at 9 o'clock this morning. Yeah. You've already generated in ticket sales almost £1 million, and tickets for the final session of the final sold out in 5 minutes at 9 o'clock this morning. All 4 sessions were gone within half an hour, but there are still sessions available, and the box office number is right there here in Sheffield. But the message is, you'd better get in quick. Never has this sport been in greater health. And Barry, we thank you very